Good evening, and thank you for tuning into another JD channel video in which we're finally going to install a mount for my TV that's been on the floor for so long. And I stopped by Walmart and grabbed this mount. Take a look. Interesting $20 mount. I mean, it's not the best, but all I really want to do is move it from here, where it's been for about a couple of years, to here. Maybe try to use it as another monitor. I thought about buying another monitor, but I'm like, this will work just fine, and it's been meaning to be off the ground because it doesn't clear the bed, as you can see. So now I can finally watch TV while laying down. Okay, unboxing. We have the mounts, these interesting clips. All the screws like the other Walmart install, which have all the letters, which are kind of nice. And of course, the hardware that you install on the TV, as well as, I don't know what this thing is. Big screws, which with this size of a TV that weighs 80 plus pounds, this thing says it'll support up to 110. We'll find out, I guess. Wish me luck, because that does have a 5-year warranty. Alright, so first thing you do is you put the screw in, and it says you hand tighten the screws in it. You're wondering, it is laying on the dresser. I don't recommend doing that, but since this TV is so heavy, and I was thinking, okay, well, rather than trying to carry it myself first, I'm going to hand tighten each screw. I found out mine uses the A6, or as it was trying to say, M6. And I use a spacer to have it go further from the wall so I can use wiring. So you hand tighten all four, and then put the mount on. So what you do here is, when you put it on the TV to give it space for the wires, you put the washer first, the spacer, then the washer, and then the mount. And then obviously I'm going to do the same here in this hole. Make sure it's even, so at least it'll allow the bracket to go on, and then do the same for the second one right here. So based on the size of my TV, and to make some interesting adjustments, but I was able to get the stand on because, well, the mount was kind of funky. Finally took off that heavy mount, which this thing I think weighs 30 pounds on its own. Finally. And now these are on. Feel very secure. Now on to the next step, which just tells us to install decorative covers. Second section asks you to install decorative covers, which I don't get the point of that. Let's see, just telling you to snap these in. And then it tells you to install into the wall. I mean, why would you install decorative covers and then install into the wall? Now, time to use stud finder. I also opted to get a stud finder, which I looked at it, I was like, this is the stud finder they have? I mean, it was the cheapest one they had, which hopefully does the job. Let's give it a try. Now to test this stud finder. It's supposed to be magnetic, so it'll like attach to whatever when it finally gets it. Let's see. So far nothing. So it's saying use the stud finder in an S shape to find a stud and then mark it when you find it, and I'm like, S shape? I mean, don't feel anything. Kind of makes me feel like I'm doing something stupid here, but so after a little bit of trial and error, I ended up having to get a regular stud finder. And I used my level to try to put it on. I didn't film this portion because this was a pain in the ass. I do apologize for cursing right now. Now try to put this huge TV on there and see how it goes. I'll show you the end result. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, the unveiling of my new setup, which I'm sorry if I skipped over mounting the TV, which, word of advice, if you do end up buying the ohms flat mount, it does give you an option to space out the bolts from the wall, though it doesn't really give you that much space. The other thing is the locks on the mount. You can adjust them, but they're kind of flimsy, so when you release it to try to put something that you couldn't fit your hand in after, it sometimes doesn't mount, and I kind of had to force it, and I got lucky it got back on, because this TV weighs a ton. But here, let me show you what I'm talking about, and here, take a look. And now my all-new setup, which I mean, I have my LEDs that are customizable, and they're hooked up to my computer for the power. When I turn off the computer, the lights will turn off. I keep it blue because my fans are blue. I wish that I had, you know, RGB fans, but this case was cheaper and I didn't want to wait for a mail-in rebate, so kind of made my do. So this is the standard monitor, which now fits under the 60-inch mounted monitor slash TV. This thing's gigantic. Take a look at my other videos. I did post some up lately, like the McDonald's one. Take a look at this on the side here. There is no room whatsoever. So let's just give you an idea. Try to stick your hand in here, and this is the setup where it gives you more room for the wall from the wall. Nothing happens. So I have 3 mounts behind the TV. I would suggest putting all this stuff on beforehand because that was a pain in the butt. I dismounted the TV, and these little locks here, you could pull them down to unlock it from the mount, which keeps it secure. But once you do that, it's a very fun time putting them back on. Thank you, Ohms and Walmart, but I should have looked at the review that said that there was a guy complaining about the locks. But this is my new setup. I mean, my computer comes on here. I can stream Hulu. I have my soundbar hanging out there, but now that I have this cheap subwoofer setup, I mean, you can't go wrong with it. So I left it be, and the thing is just sitting there. I also have my magnifying glass camera, which I will be taking videos with that soon. I'm going to do some more podcasts with the mic, and I had a camera at first, but that webcam wasn't that great, so I'm going to find a good one that I can use with this and try to mount it on top of the monitor. Maybe on top of the TV now. We'll see. But here, let's take a view from where I sleep. And here's the view from my bed, which you can see it clears it now, so I think it's a job well done. It sucks that I had to buy another stud finder because that magnetic one didn't really work out very well, and I wasn't familiar with it. I have extra screws because it all asked you to figure out what setup was there. But I mean, hopefully I won't need those, and those didn't fit the TV, but at least I'll have them for the next setup.
Bro, why do we not here? You want that SMG? Yeah, are you using SMG? Do you have ammo? Mini ammo?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I hope you liked this short video. Well, as always, please subscribe to keep up to date on upcoming IGTV and YouTube videos. I have a couple more in the works, which my new setup and my preview screen right there will help me kind of view them and hopefully tweak it a little bit. I'm going to try to video with a little bit with my new DSLR and see where this goes. Thank you for tuning in once again, and I hope you enjoyed the short JD channel video. Take care.